What is happening, everybody? All right, so something a little bit different for you guys. I've recently reacquired my old Fox body, and well, it's been sitting out for a while, and consequently, the paint is pretty well shot. Now, I am going to try my hand at hacking my way through a paint correction, and I'm going to do it basically the same way you guys would. I am by no means an expert, and that brings me to my next point. I've watched a couple of videos on this, and I always see guys that are experts showing you how to do this. But the thing is you never really get a chance to capture the learning process, or at least they've got so many years of experience that they can pretty much make it look easy. Well, that's easy to do when you have access to, top of the line pads. I mean, by pads or the polishing pads. And by the way, this is the 6-inch Warrior foam polishing pad, the blue, just regular polishing, not the compound cutting or anything like that. Basically, that's all they had at Harbor Freight. But again, getting to that, you're going to start out with the cheapest things that you can find. So again, super cheap pads. These are like $5 or $6. And then one of these random orbitals. This is that 1918 from Bauer. Again, Harbor Freight contraption, right? But the main thing I wanted to do here is just to kind of show you guys that yes, you can do this. Yes, I'm basically learning on a black car. Yes, it's freaking hot outside. But let me just show you what I'm up against here real quick, guys. I know this is kind of rowdy here, but here you go. I've already kind of played with this side a little bit, but that's what I've taped off for you. I want you to be able to see the before, the after, once I get rolling with this. I've already taken off the vent grill, the windshield wipers, and stuff like that just to make life a little bit easier for me once I get started. So I wanted to get you guys kind of in on this so that you can see it in real time. And this is just me doing this in real time for you. A lot of times they'll say, you got to start off with, a very slow movement, an inch per second or whatever. Really, what I'm going to show you is this. Chances are you're not really trying to do a full-on paint correction. What you're really looking to do is just kind of polish the thing up, make it look good. Maybe get some oxidation out of it. So at any rate, pad is now on the machine, and hang on just one second. Let me get the product, and I'm going to show you guys a couple other things real quick. So hold on. All right, I'm back. So just so you know, I'm using the Griot's Complete Compound. You can get this stuff anywhere, and that's the other thing. I'm using off-the-shelf stuff. This is literally, you can find it pretty much anywhere you get wax. That's the main thing, though. Anytime you're using one of these machines, make sure you get a product that is safe for use with the machines. Now, when I say safe for use, I don't mean that if you use something like a Meguiar's polish, it's going to eat your paint up. It's not going to do that, but it's going to make it very difficult to work with, because if it flashes up, and what I mean by that is it just dries too quickly, you won't be able to get the working time out of it that you'll need to really get some work done on your paint. Plus, it's going to be real hard to get off. So, just so you know, car has been washed. I've hit it with some quick detailer to get any of the extra dust or anything like that may have gotten on the car on the way back over here. I haven't clay barred it because, again, not everybody is going to do that. And I'm doing this just the same way that you guys would. So, what I'm going to do is shake well. Going to get the cheapest pad you can find with one of the cheapest machines that you can find. Spray that stuff all over the floor. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 kind of Mentos sized dots on this thing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and so you can see this happening in real time. Hopefully you can see that. Y'all saw where I taped it off. I'm just going to get started. I'm going to spread it on like about a 1. This is an adjustable from 0 to 6. I'm going to put this on about a 1.5 and spread it, and then I'm going to hit it. Wide open. First I have to plug it in. Pretty good, huh? Like I said, real time, no editing. Here we go. Big spread. Fire it up. that exciting. Okay, so not too shabby, not too difficult. It is hot outside. Okay, so you saw how I was doing that. Wasn't really going fast, just kind of taking my time with it. I think I don't even know how many passes I made on that panel, but let me grab my microfiber, get that wiped down, and you can kind of see that before and after. Oh wow, yeah, that's a big difference. And keep in mind, guys, I'm not hitting this with really any kind of real cutting compound to speak of. Hopefully that shows up on camera. And again, I'm really not cutting it just yet. But if you've got a car that's been sitting for a long time, you want to bring back some shine into that paint job, this is certainly a way that you can do it. And it's a great way for you to get to learning on how to do this. I'm actually having a lot of fun learning this. And like I say, I'm just now getting started. I got the cheapest products you could possibly imagine, but I'm learning. And that's the fun part. So hopefully that comes up. I'll have to watch that later and see what it looks like. I may have to refilm that. But if I don't, then you'll hear just, me talking to myself. Anyway. There you go. So I'm going to get back on this. I'm going to do the rest of this hood, and then I'm going to come back and I'll show you the difference side to side. All right, guys, just a quick heads up. I'm not even halfway through yet, and it is wearing me out a little bit. This is one of those times where you kind of know that you are part of a learning curve here. If I had a little bit more of a cutting foam, or maybe a little bit more of a compound that I could use on this, it'd be going a lot quicker. But anyway, just trying to make some headway, giving you all a quick heads up. Back to work. Just a little bit longer. Well, if you can see it from here, it's actually starting to get a little bit of a shine to it. Now keep in mind, the paint is nowhere near corrected, okay? This is really for you guys that are looking to get into this because maybe you just want to be able to wax your car faster. Really bring out some shine or some luster in that existing the existing paint that you have, or you've got a car that's been sitting around for a while and you want to kind of bring back that paint a little bit. This is really for you, somebody that really hasn't ever done this before. Again, I'm not a professional, don't expect professional results here. I'm still learning, but and I'm also using basically the bottom basement of what you could use in terms of materials, well, at least in terms of pads. And I'm also not using a really aggressive cutting agent either, but it's at least shinier. So let me finish this up and I'll show you a comparison. All right, so let's get you guys back over here. You can kind of see the difference, hopefully, from the right side to the left side. Now, granted, and I'll be real honest, I mean, I didn't really take a lot of material off. There you go. There's that 50-50 shot for you. Again, if you've got something you're working on that you're just trying to bring some life back into that paint, that's a pretty decent system. It's not very expensive. You're not going to hurt your paint. Obviously, you can see there's no holograms, there's no swirl marks, nothing like that in that paint. But this paint is in pretty rough shape. It's basically down to the point where it probably should be wet sanded and then attacked from that angle. But as you can see, if you got a car that's been sitting out for a long time, this is a great way to learn. And if nothing else, you can spread some wax pretty quickly. Anyway, hopefully that'll help you out. Hang on just a second. All right, hopefully that helps you guys out. Have a little confidence too, man. Guys, trust me, you're not going to hurt your paint. I'm doing this on black paint, and I don't have a clue what I'm up against here. I mean, I might be doing everything wrong, but it looks to me like it's shinier than it was before. Again, I know that I need to use better products. I know I need to use more aggressive pads, but again, that's really not the point of this. I'm still learning how to do this, and again, the whole point of this video is that I've seen professionals doing this, and they always end up getting great results because they're always using some of the best pads or products or techniques or whatever. In this case, you're just watching me learn how to do this. So I'm going to keep sucking until I get it right. But so far, I'm having fun learning it, and that's the other thing too. just have fun with it. You're not going to hurt anything. It can only make it look better. And by the way that this feels, this doesn't really translate, but the way that the paint feels when you're done, it feels like jewelry. It's just so cool. Even with, you know, kind of the weak sauce stuff that I'm using, it still gives it that real, like, glass texture. So I love that. So anyway, get out there, give it a shot, give it a go. And that's a wrap on this one. Y'all have a great one. Adios.